Gentlemen, the Freeholder Board, Bruce, Paterson, Garwood. I guess just in the spirit of continuing with the field, I did mention before. Well, let's go back. A gentleman named, his name is Eric, and he actually did say about 8 years ago, you listened to the people. It had to do with the Ponderosa farm in Scotch Plains, and you actually did listen. And after it was over, you actually started proclaiming, oh, democracy in action, democracy in action. Well, here we are. We're now sitting here, and we're going to wait for more democracy in action. Because between then and now, you guys been pretty imperialistic and really not listening to people. So, you know, hopefully we're looking at more democracy in action. What I started my saying, my statement, I suggested, like, you got the UCC, the Union County College, you got Rahway's needs, I guess you got the county needs itself. The county has 3 million, Rahway has 2 million, I think UCC said they had 1 or 2 million. So you pool everything, and maybe you do it over at Ashbrook. Rahway Park would be a fine spot too, but obviously there's a lot of people against it. So do it at Ashbrook, and that would be a win-win-win situation. I know you want to build. Mr. Burry says somehow you always have to build. Dakota Fitzpatrick, you know, they have to be fed so they can donate to the campaigns. So I mean, you know, something like that. Listen to the public. Listen to my suggestions. Don't be imperialistic. Second, I noticed Mr. Freeholder Marabella is not here. I'm just wondering if it's his new VA position over there in Scotch Plains is preventing him from showing up. I don't know, but I'd like to know what the answer is on that. Because I was asking him if it was a conflict of interest many times, and somehow Council Barry says, oh no, it's not incompatible or something like that. He did not call it a conflict of interest. Which brings in the next question, which I appreciate you answering the first question, but I did ask the second question. Can Freeholder Marabella, who's now the BA of Scotch Plains and also a freeholder, vote on the county budget, since there's monies in the county budget for Scotch Plains? I would like through you, Council Barry, to answer that, if he can or he can't vote. I asked that a couple of times. I know Freeholder Bergen last time, he said he was giddy saying, oh, we don't have to answer something like that. That's privileged legal communication. And you know, when you have a freeholder actually happy that they don't have to answer the public, something is wrong. There's a disconnect between Union County government and the people. Yeah. The budget. That's actually, you know, it's always primary in this cycle for all the entities. And let's talk the budget. I mentioned it last time. Let's talk about Runnels Hospital. And Director Guzzo mentioned that it cost $30 million to build, and after 15 years you're selling it for $26 million. I don't know why we lost that, but that's the way it is. So we sold Runnels Hospital for $26 million. Councilman Rubino had brought this up. So $26 million went into the county government for selling an asset. Well, yes, I understand encumbrances, much like Mr. Rubino said, about pensions and debt that was outstanding. I mean, it did run down. And something like there was $4 million left over that was going to satisfy, go into the operating of the budget and hopefully offset the taxes. At the same time, you guys were talking about losing $13 million last year on Runnels. Well, you sold Runnels. It sure sounds like that $13 million is a savings now going right directly to the bottom line. So, what happened to the $4 million from selling Runnels? What happened to the $13 million savings? And you're even increasing taxes for $6 million. So we're talking about 4, 13, and 6. So that's about $23 million. Why is the taxpayers on the hook for $23 million? Where did all this money go? Where is it going? Last time, Freeholder Hudak said, oh, this is a financially sound budget. The poor guy has no concept of finances. When you thunk on his head, that's the only financial sound. It doesn't sound like a melon. The guy has no experience.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Okay, it's not over, but I do appreciate you at least a little attitude. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?